Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here. And it's wonderful that we have Hariji with us. As you know, he is a legend, and we are going to discuss his life and excerpts from this book, which is a biography written by me. So we shall start without much ado. As you all know, he is a flautist, right? Now, before we start, I want to ask you one small question. How many of you are uncomfortable with Hindi? Okay, so for you, in case he slips into Hindi, I will paraphrase. Okay, so you all know he's a flautist, right? World famous, wonderful. He can mesmerize us with his music. How many of you know what he was when he was young? Okay, we'll ask Hariji to tell us. Hariji, when you were young, you were not born into a flautist or a musical family. So what was your background? Shall I hold the mic?
Hello. Yes, this is my first introduction with you, and thanks to her. And she is asking me how young you were there when you started playing flute. I'm still young. Why do you think that I'm old?
I never said you were old.
No. I mean, she's my sister, my mother, everything. She has brought over here to meet you, and I'm thankful to you, my dear. I'm not insulting. You have insulted me. So I'm here just to meet and talk to you. How much time I don't know how much time we got, but we'll finish it off very soon. Yeah, again go ahead.
So tell us a little bit about why you chose the bansuri.
Because Bansuri was an instrument which you will not find in the shops, big shops. You will find silver flute, you will find different kinds of flute, but not bamboo flute, which was made out by Lord Krishna. He didn't have factory, he made for himself. That's why he picked up a bamboo without string, without any skin. The instrument is just hollow piece of bamboo and few holes. And you play and you enjoy yourself. Health-wise also, you don't have to do yoga. You are doing yoga as well as playing bamboo flute. That was the reason, and I was not very rich guy to buy, a silver flute like $10,000 or $15,000. In that much money, I could open shops all over the world to sell bamboo flute. So, the simplest and the sweetest instrument which I choose is bamboo flute.
Hariji.
Yeah.
Sir, I can hold the mic for you when you speak.
Because आप बात करते हैं
Hold the mic for you.
G.
हाँ.
I
Now
cannot
better.
except flute. I cannot hold anything. That's all. Yeah.
We are happy with that.
Thank you.
No, tell us a little bit about your young years in Allahabad.
Well, I born and brought up in Allahabad, which is now, if you find everywhere, it's written Kumbh Mela, you should go and you should be. This is my town, and I did not get the time to go, but I promise I will go and take a dip and come back. So there is now crowd from all over the world, especially sadhus, they are there, just smoking and taking bath. So when everything is over, I will go, certainly.
But when you were young, how was Allahabad?
I used to go every day just to wash my mud, I used to fight in the khada. So I used to go to take bath in the Ganges because my mom used to shout at me don't come here, otherwise, no, I have to clean the whole thing because it goes inside all the wet. So it cannot work properly. So you go out and take bath. So I used to go to swim in the Ganges.
So you used to swim across the Ganges
Across.
sometimes, yes.
Across early morning when it was dark and I used to feel hungry after fighting. I used to feel hungry, so I used to go and I used to, take some kakadi or some vegetable or something and eat and come back.
So you used to plunder the gardens on the other side of the river. But tell me, how did you, you practiced on the fruit without your father's knowledge for many years.
I used to hide myself. I used to go to temple early morning, and the guy who used to take care of puja and other things, he used to love my music. So he used to give me sweets, halwa and all this thing. I used to eat and play for hours and hours, and then I used to come back to home. And my father used to ask me, "Where were you?" So I used to say, "I had to go. I went to a library to read newspapers." He used to feel very happy. My goodness, he is going to become a great scholar in Allahabad. But I used to tell lie, otherwise I have to face.
Actually, Hariji started learning music from a Drupad player. You want you want to tell us a little bit about your first lessons in music?
Yeah. In fact, if I tell you the truth, you will never believe that. My father was very lovable. He used to see that I lost my mom when I was 5. So he used to take care of my food. He used to cook himself. And he used to take care of my health and other things. More than my mother. Because there was no mother. So if I do something wrong, so I used to get nice slaps here and here. And so I used to take care of that. He could not get angry with me. And I used to hide myself. Nobody knew, nobody told my father that I started playing flute in radio, All India Radio. So he never knew that. And he used to love that, my goodness. Because that was the time when I was young. There was not much following of classical music, maybe light music, or little happy music. But when he came to know, when I got a job in All India Radio, that was the time, and he thought that I will not be able to work, so he used to ask me to go and study something, so I can get a job in government office as a clerk or as a typist, which I got to make him happy. I said, let him feel happy. So I used to work for him, and I used to work hiding somewhere of myself for me.
Absolutely. So you pursued your passion despite everything. So in Kathak, you were an accompanist, you were a flautist,
Yeah,
but you did so many other things.
I used to accompany to make money. I used to get very low payment when I started. So I used to make music for dance, Orisi dance. There was very popular Orisi dance in Orissa. So every day I used to get calls, about 3 or 4 concerts, playing with young girls. And my officers, radio officers, they used to watch the girls are coming and making me happy, bringing some breakfast or some picture, cinema ticket, new movies ticket. Sir, you have to come to my concert. I used to get 30 or 40 rupees per concert. That time, that was very valuable for me. I will never forget. But the young girls who used to come and ask me to come out,
Like
that
Krishna and the gopis only.
my duty officer, they used to feel jealous. Early morning when they come and give him. They don't talk to me and they don't say bye-bye. So they always used to complain. He is, not making his duty properly. So I was forcibly transferred to Bombay.
So Bombay was a punishment posting. They felt कि Bombay जाएगा, he will be lost in the crowd. But what did he do? He became famous.
I mean, making myself comfortable, Bombay was not the place. With that kind of money, it was just spending only by spending on my transportation to radio, come back, and then have a cup of tea or some biscuits. That's all. So I had to used to have some kind of job. Fortunately, I got a call from a music director from film company, you should say. And they invited me to play a song which was very popular. फिर वही शाम, वही गम, वही तन्हाई में. And the singer was Talat Mahmood. And music director Madan Mohan. My goodness. That day, Lata Mangeshkar came out. She knew that I'm new over there and I'm playing flute for Madan Mohan. So she came and she with me, and then my day started really. I will never forget those days. I used to keep money. I don't know how much money I used to make, and I never got time to count it. I used to put it in one box and go again early morning. Whole day in the studio.
Correct. No, actually, Anuradha Chaurasia, his wife, told me that he would come home at 2 or 3 in the morning. He would throw his purse on the bed full of money, not counted, and just fall asleep. He'll fall on his face and fall asleep because he was so tired. And there were days when he would leave for a shoot with toothbrush in his pocket, right? You used to carry your toothbrush because you never knew when you would come home.
And sometimes I was so fortunate, sometimes I used to get tickets. In the morning, I used to play in Bombay, noon time in Calcutta, studio, film studio, Bengali music. And evening time in Madras, Chennai, in Gemini studio, Prasad studio. Work and then again go to Bombay in one day.
Bharat Darshan.
And all these music directors like Ilya Raja. I'm a great fan. Ilya Raja is very, very knowledgeable person. And he made one symphony for me, which is very well known and very popular recording. Nothing but the wind. I know whether you have heard. Nothing but the wind. I recorded in 2 days in the Japanese studio in Chennai. It's very popular.
Tell us a little bit about the time you went to Tirupati with Lata Mangeshkar.
Wow. She just called me one evening, are you free tonight? I said, what? Is there any concert? No, we'll go to Tirupati. I said, my goodness, let me tell my family. When I told my family, my wife said, okay, when are you coming by? I said, next day. I went about 4 o'clock from Bombay. I went to Chennai. At Chennai, stayed in Woodland Hotel. That's vegetarian, purely vegetarian. And then about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, we drove to Tirupati. The temple was open. Only 4 priests they were standing. The line was there, stopped the line, and she was singing and I was praying. I will never forget those evenings. My goodness, the kind of sound I was getting myself. Beautiful.
Actually, there is another story which he is not telling you. When he went to see the idol of Tirupati, you know how difficult it is to stand in front of it. He, Lataji, and the person who was playing the tabla and the priest, they were the only people there. And he told the priest, my flute, that is Krishna, put the flute on near his feet and give it back to me.
My
Right?
word.
And then what happened?
They did not allow, you cannot go in. I said, I'm here already. What do you mean? No, you cannot keep anything in front of God. I said, this is my God. That's your God. As you are praying this God, I am praying my God. So, you don't have, and there is no skills. Why don't you allow this? Anyway, so if you don't allow, I will not going to play. I'm not going to play. Then they allow.
So even God had to listen to his bhakt. Tell us a little bit about Annapurna Devi, because she changed the course of your life.
Mostly, I'm sorry to say, sometimes women are very difficult. Very difficult. They are loving. In Bombay, I used to go every week or every fortnight just to lock the door. She will open and she says, again you are here. Why? I told you not to come. I said, I will come. You will be telling like this and I will be listening. But I have to learn from you. Then one day she said, what do you want to learn? I said, flute. She said, I'm not playing flute, I'm playing surbahar. I said, so what? I want to learn your music, what you play. I love that. I want to follow the same thing. So you have to then she said, okay, come after 15 days, I will tell you whether you have to come or not. Because I have my son, he's also learning, and I have to do my husband, Pandit Hariprasad. So I will think about it. And then one day she allowed us, she said, whatever you like to play. Believe me or not, there was some mistake by blowing or by something. 2 o'clock night, Pandit Ravi Shankar was sleeping and her son was sleeping in another room and we were in between. Something was wrong. So the tambura, she was following me with the tambura. She took the tambura and threw in my head. My goodness, the kind of sound I have never heard. Because my mind was just looking after her and listening after her and following. I don't know what mistake I made. She threw the tambura and tambura became, like dust. Believe me or not. And the area she was staying, it was 7 stars in Balabari. Beautiful building. People must have gotten. And but then after 5 minutes, I took out all the pieces of tambura and put it in my bag. And she was watching me, what I am doing. And I took it out. Next day there was one of my friends, Mr. Bhargava, who used to repair the instrument. I said, if you make this instrument properly, I would really, whatever you say, I will do it. And within 1 week, he made the same tambura. It was looking like a dead person got again life. And I took the tambura and put it on her feet. She started crying. What a love you have for music and for instrument. One day you are going to become good musician.
Well, you had the best teacher you could want, and you had the dedication, so there was no question of it. But actually, Hariji became Annapurna Devi's favorite pupil. He taught her to drive, he got her a license, but she never drove. There was a, she said, you took her driving one day. You remember that story?
Yeah, yeah. She used to be lonely. She started feeling lonely because Ravi used to travel America, Japan, and where not, Europe. So she used to feel lonely. So I said, why don't you drive something sometimes? No, no, I cannot drive. She was like, looking like she is still in Mayhar instead of Bombay. So I said, well, one day I will try to take her down. I took her out and within 2 hours she started driving ambassador car, which I don't find now. And I thought, suppose if sometimes she feels sick and she wants to go to a medical store, at least she should be able to buy medicine, a piece of that, some medicine. So she should be ready for everything. And she, within 2 hours, she started driving.
Tell us about your teaching at Rotterdam. You used to go every year for some months.
Yeah, I was there working for music conservatory in Holland. There is a one place, Rotterdam, just very close to Amsterdam. And I used to go over there. That was designed by government of Holland. And I was working 27 years, continuous. And they love music. The students, they come from all over the world. They love music and they used to follow my class. Mostly everybody, whether they are playing guitar or saxophone or accordion or any instrument. So they used to come and sit and listen and sometimes they used to follow also. So I just passed 27 years. But then I promised that when I have my own Gurukul in India, I will stop that. Wasting time over there. If this was time I waste in my country, I would be having huge family. And that's what I'm doing and that's what I'm fortunate to have. Huge family.
I'll come to the Gurukul in a minute, but I want to also say that his teachings, one of his students has recorded and has made a textbook of how to learn Indian classical music. And when I have been to his Gurukul, I have met students from all over the world. They come there and seriously, they know more about classical music than I do. I mean, it's something that made me very humble and they have all learned from him. I think that deserves a huge round of applause. So we have here one of Guruji's students who's hiding somewhere, but I want to come to the Gurukul next to talk to you about one of the things Hariji decided to do was to take the flute out of being an accompanying instrument into the center stage, which he did in classical music. And now he said, I want this to become something that is known the world over. And that is how you started your Gurukul. Tell us about how you started your Gurukul, the magic that happened to make the Gurukul happen.
Yeah, now I have, once I started in the field of music in Orissa, so I wanted to have a Gurukul over there. And one in my, where I have settled down and I have known that I am from Bombay, one over there. So I have two Gurukuls now, which is very difficult to make Gurukul these days, having people from outside, from India, from outside India, taking care of their food, medicine, and everything. But I'm not taking care, God is taking care. And we have two different kind of huge family. One in Orissa and one is Bombay. And the name of the Gurukul is Vrindavan. Vrindavan Gurukul. People, they come from outside and they just visit, like they visit temple. They visit the Gurukul. They watch the system, how we make music beautiful. So it's going on. And it will go on.
But you built the Gurukul thanks to something that happened when you went to get your award. You met Mr. Tata.
Oh, yes. I got a piece of land from government of Maharashtra. First time. Met Mr. Sal Pawar was there as a chief minister. So I requested him, I used to request him whenever I used to meet him. And He said, okay, we'll see, we'll see. One day he was in mood and he gave me a piece of land. But I was supposed to make Gurukul within 3 years. Believe me or not, I was not having any money. So how to manage? So there was 1 week or 10 days left. I was getting award in Rashtrapati Bhavan, Padma Bhushan. And at that time I saw Mr. Ratan Tata, late Ratan Tata, he was also getting award. So he was taking a cup of coffee. He said, hi, how come you are here? I said, I'm getting award. Okay, okay. So how is everything? Because I used to help his father, J.R.D. Tata, on the NCPA, Tata Trust, and so many halls, so many beautiful halls. So I used to play for inauguration. So fortunately he said, what problem you have? I said, I have an empty land and now the government will take over within 1 week time. But I don't have funds to make anything. So he said, send me a proposal. I will see. So I said him that I need few rooms and one kitchen and one this and some garden. Next day he sent few own person who were working for Tata Trust and Tata what?
Send the architect.
Tata Construction Company. And they gave the what you want. I said I want this and that. So they wrote me everything. And next day I got a check of 4 crores rupees. Believe me or not. And if I am just watching something which is very difficult to get it, some are dreaming something. But really, I saw the check. I am not able to write how many zero I can write. I said, how can I handle this? So then one guy of construction company, he says, what you need, you tell me, I will take care. Building and within 1 year I make everything. But within 1 year you are not supposed to visit over here. You come after 1 year thing. And believe me or not, within 1 year time, everything was ready and I was watching and crying. My goodness. I lost my mother very early. If she could there, she could bless me. Bye.
It's a beautiful, beautiful place, and it becomes even more beautiful on Gokulashtami Day, because on Gokulashtami Day, Hariji started something as to revere his god, Krishna, and he said, I will play for 24 hours. And that continues today. Tell us about your Janmashtami festival.
Yeah, I never go to temple now. I don't have time. I'm making money and also in music for some name of flute, bamboo flute, which doesn't have anything, a hollow piece of bamboo. So I'm taking this bamboo all over the world and making it possible to make music beautiful by the bamboo, simple bamboo, which doesn't have skin, doesn't have string. And fortunately, it is becoming slowly, slowly popular. And because I am also involved with film music and also playing classical music, two people I'm meeting and I'm playing with George Harrison, Billy Preston, Tom Scott, Jim House, Charles White, many groups, and the Beatles also. So I've been involved with this. So flute has become very, very popular. One guy who was a very, very well-known lyrics writer, one day he came to my concert. He said, tell me, your mom, how she knew that you are going to play? She has given you a name which belongs to the real flute player, Hari. Everybody was really, that day I thought, My mother knew that I'm going to play flute. And really, I'm so fortunate that I will be having in my memory. Everybody should get this kind of life and blessing.
You also played for the royal family in,
Yeah,
tell us
in
that.
Holland, in Queen Elizabeth, Madam, what
They
is
came and
it?
asked you that you want,
Yeah,
it was a gift to her husband.
yeah. I played for His Highnesses, Her Highnesses, and it was very charming. Myself and Jakir said, for maybe for half an hour, and I was fortunate, of course, to go inside all these different kind of faces, different kind of crowd, different kind of languages.
Actually, they came to him and said, "We want you to play very secretly. We want to create this whole system because she wants to present the, the concert as a gift for her husband's birthday. And he's a big fan of yours." So, overnight, Hariji called Zakir Bhai, Hariji called everybody who had to be accompanying. They all flew down very quietly, and then they had this huge concert which the royal family.
It was not planned.
It was not planned.
Within 1 week, everything was prepared. And when I went, I my goodness, everything was very well planned. And her husband, he was a German guy who used to come to my concert in Amsterdam and listen with one shawl covering his head so that nobody can.
It must have been very exciting.
Yes, very.
I want to ask you, audience, how many of you have seen Silsila? How many of you
Wow.
remember the music? Who made the music? Shiv Hari,
Yes, yes.
Shiv Kumar Sharma and Hari Prasad. How many of you have seen Lamhe, Chandni, Dar? They are all Shiv Hari music. Tell us how that happened.
Well, we used to work together like B.R. Chopra, Yash Chopra, Shantaram, all these great directors, Mehboob Khan. So one day I was working with Yash Chopra. Yash Chopra was working for B.R. Chopra, his elder brother. And we were playing for B.R. Chopra. And then he said, now next movie you have to do with us. I said, how come you know that we are composer? We are just me. He said, not composer. He said, we'll make you composer. I said, no, we don't have to make it. We don't have time. But he suggested there was Kala Patthar. He said, I have recorded one song from somebody and I did not like that. So, can you make it? I said, no. That I will never do because you have already taken somebody's job and you have given him and you are not happy now. Tomorrow you can do so with me also. Yeah, I don't like your music. I will never do. I will do something fresh. So that he started, Silsila, next project, after Kala Patthar. I said, we'll do that. So what happens? Shiv Kumarji is also brilliant and we very close. We were very close friends. So we decided we will do. Why we wanted to work together? Because sometimes I play concerts outside and he is busy with his shooting and other things. If he doesn't have music, then what is going to do? So at least if we two are there, so one is going outside, so one can do fulfill his desire. So he will not suffer, yes, Chopra. So that's it.
But your songs were extremely popular. I think every song was a hit.
And
And
why we kept Shiv Hari there? Because we used to play concerts also. I give Shiv Kumar Sharma, Hari Prasad Chaurasia. So big name. So people, they will ask in the concert, why did you play this film music? Just to avoid that, we ask Yes Chopra to make us short name so nobody will remember who is Shiv Kumar Sharma and who is Shiv. or who is Hariprasad Chaurasia. That's all.
Wonderful, wonderful. We will stop with one more question before I open the house to the audience for questions. I want you to tell them the story about Sri Devi singing.
Oh.
How you managed that.
I was fortunate. I think this will be the last question. Let them also ask something. Yeah. So there was there was a song, uh, festival song, holy song. Mun- uh, Rag Barse Bhige Chunar Wali, sung by Amitabh Bachchan. The first song in the film industry was sang by Amitabh Bachchan. It was recorded in 79, 1979. Up till now, every year you will find they play this song at the time of Holi. If they don't play this song, nobody will going to enjoy Holi festival. And that was recorded and picturized with Rekha and Amitabh Bachchan. And it became so popular. I have never heard any song becoming popular. Not because I have composed, but he was fortunate guy. I mean, there are many songs sung by Mohammad Rafi, Kishore Kumar, Hemant Kumar, Sri Ram Chandra, many singers. But this is still running. What can I say? My goodness. So I was fortunate that people just, who has composed? You have composed. That's why you are singing. That's why you are making, you are enjoying, you are dancing. So I'm fortunate.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Hariji. Um, I would love to open the floor to questions.
If there is anything left, because she already explained the book.
Yes, there are many stories in the book which are fun. There is one about Hariji and his rasagullas. It's a very funny story. There is one about him trying to play for the Vatican. There are stories with the Beatles of how they used to come and he used to play with them, record with them, how they toured America in those days. They chartered a flight, and the whole lot of them toured America for 3 months, staying in I think 15 cities they did in America. And he's talked about it, saying that he has never ever experienced something as wondrous as this. The book is full of stories because Hariji's life has not been a straight line. It's been mountains, peaks, troughs, up, down, everything. His his marriage was a love affair. His playing for movies was an accident, right? His composing was a success, and his tapasya was learning from Anuradha ji, and his giving back to society is his Gurukul. But do please, I don't want you to buy the book because I'm going to get anything. I get 50 paisa per book you sell. No, I want you to buy this book so that you can hand it over to the younger generation. So they will remember that here is a great man who, through his own efforts, through his own dedication, his own love, became a universal legend. If he's called today's Krishna, it is not for no reason. Such people don't come.
But
Any questions? Yeah.
Yeah. अरे भाई माइक्रोफोन दे दो. जब तक ये रिपेयरिंग कर रहे हैं, I would like to, yeah, go ahead.
Pandit ji, thank you for coming and blessing our city. It's a great experience to see and hear you. I just want to ask you, do you remember anything about Aravindan, the Malayalam director with whom you had made a movie? I think in Malayalam you get the background score. G.
Yeah.
Aravindan.
Yeah, believe me or not, I was very fortunate to make even music for a Malayalam movie. which became very, very popular, and the name of the movie was Poku World. So I have worked for Malayalam films, Tamil films, Siri Vedalla, Andhra, and Hindi, of course, Hindi films. So I was fortunate to make this music also for such kind of films. Even
No, his
Bengali,
memory is very sharp.
Oriya also. So,
Correct. No, and Oriya films. It's all there in the book. 27 Down, the very famous movie, which now is streaming on streaming channels. He made the music for that also. So there are so many facets to this gentleman. Any other question?
anyway, I was also, because I am the only musician, it was written a book on me, and she was there, and we had a very nice time together. Not only in India, we also used to go outside India. Wherever I used to tour, she used to come. And we enjoyed a lot, and thanks to you.
प्रणाम पंडित
जी
जी।
अरे इधर आइए ना, आपको तो देखे तो
कोई नहीं
आइए।
नहीं से
कब कब
so first of all what a blessing it is
जी
listening to you in person. Can you hear me? Okay. So I have always actually been awe and curiosity of the fact that Pandit Sharma ji would actually blend classical music into popular genre of Bollywood. So your music sounds so popular, but a discerning ear cannot miss the classical notations and the Puritan approach. But it's amazing how you could blend the two. So please tell us something about how you trained yourself to, allow your pure classical music into the popular Bollywood genre.
it's just like, you are acting. You are acting in a mythological movie. Or you are acting in some romantic movie. You have to change yourself, your acting according to the story. So I also try to do that, to make it according to the movie. Suppose it's very devotional picture, I will make music that comes so that it suits to the character, it suits to the story, it suits to the different kind of movement. So that's why you like that. And fortunately, I also got chance to make music for different language, different story, and for that reason, I learned a lot from others also, and I still do that.
Any other questions? Yeah.
Hello. Panditji, it is such a blessing to be able to just sit in front of you and hear from you. Your music has taken me through chemotherapy, through depression and whatnot. So thank you for that. My question to you, would be on the lines of very close to what ma'am had just asked, which is in classical music, there's often, I wouldn't use the word rigidity, but there's an element of very serious structure when violated can slip into blasphemy, or that you can't break the rules. It's often very, how was your interaction with the Beatles like, and how was fusioning for you in that sense? And did you ever feel like you were what do you say, insulting or conducting anything blasphemous against classical music?
The simple, very simple is to, when you go to visit a South Indian family, what do you expect? Namaskaram. And they welcome you and they offer you a cup of coffee. And with coffee, they offer something like very uh, hot food, like dosa and sambar, or idli and sambar, or something. But when you go to visit a kind of person who belongs to England or America, what they offer you? Some water, or maybe a cup of coffee, Rarely, that's rare, very rare. If they ask you a cup of coffee, otherwise, nothing. So it depends upon, suppose if I'm playing in a school for children, I'm not going to play very hard music or very, just to show that I can play classical music or not. I can play also national anthem. And if they don't get up, I said, Papa, this is, you have to learn that this music, if you will remember this music, you will always stand and listen. So I used to make a music, I used to play music because I am playing for children, so I have to be a child. I have to become a child to make them happy. Or if I am going to play for some classical concert, all these classical dancers, musicians just sitting, then I will take Pahawat and tabla and play long alap to make them understand this music is something else. This is a master music which you have to learn. Once you learn, then you can play like doing composing music for movies. So if you have devotional touch, you have to make music devotional. If you have playful story, then you have to you have to compose playful music. Like we make ourselves make up, our face to make beautiful. The same way. But I use makeup. I cannot use to my child. No. So it depends upon the crowd, upon their liking. If you make that kind of music, everybody feels happy, and you also feel happy then.
Any other questions?
Pranam, Diji. I've heard that you were asked to switch from right hand to left hand when you were learning from Annapurna Devi. What was the reason and what did you feel?
There are something in your life, you have to hide it. You should not tell this. So let me hide this thing.
I think we have 3 minutes more. I'm going to with your.
Namaste ji. I wanted to know a little bit about your experiences playing for all of us. We were students in the United States of America, missing India, but your music through Spick McKay made us feel so much at home. Can you talk a little bit, because you have played for us at the university and I remember those days very well.
For me, it's a great thing. I wanted to have my own crowd to make music, to make them happy with my flute, simple flute. So I just wanted to make every concert in every city. I go to schools, colleges to visit and play forcibly. And the teachers also, watching them, nobody is disturbing them, they are sitting and nicely and listening properly. So I enjoy this thing. This is my personal thing. Even in college also. Children, they are playing and they are, playing together with their students, but they enjoy also music. So that's why I play a little bit playful music. That's my personal enjoyment. Spick McKay is doing great job. And they should do, and also education department, which they don't think that music goes in education department also. But they should treat that. In every school, in every college, they should have music department. And if they don't learn this thing, swar and lay.
Hello.
Swar means music. Lay means tempo. If they don't understand, they will never make themselves musical. And if they don't make them musical, then they will never enjoy their life. For sure.
Pranam Panditji, we can't imagine you without a Bamsuri. I have heard your live concert from Thrissur 40 years before, 40 years, in 1984. Now I want a question.
Yeah.
Do you remember the famous Malayalam film Okuvale and the director Sri G. Aravindan? That is my question.
He's already answered that question. He's already answered that question.
Then, do you have your bansuri with you? That is my question.
He never travels without it. Always has his bansuri with him. One question here in front. You want to ask a question?
Guruji, I am really happy you are here, and I'm a privilege. I am a student of you, and I would like to ask the connection, your connection with Osho, the great Osho, and you created a raga of color ranching, and I heard that it is still in YouTube. Is it in Purvaktal? Could you please tell the experience of making of that raga? And which raga combination that you made?
I make myself happy by playing music. Whether it's raga or there is no raga or mixture, whatever, or some light music, I play for myself. And when I make myself happy by playing any kind of audio, then if I feel happy, then everybody feels happy. That's what I think. And I try to make myself happy and everybody happy. Whether I'm playing classical music, mixing Carnatic and Hindustani, it doesn't matter. And also I teach my students that you should feel happy. Once you should feel happy with any kind of music playing or learning, then you make music beautiful. And once you make music beautiful for yourself, then your family, then your friends, then everyone, all over the world.
Thank you, audience. Can I tell you one small story which tells you a lot about Guruji before we close this session? We have 5 minutes more. Guruji has many flutes which he uses, but then he met a man who had 3 golden flutes, and they were talking. And he said, "Can I play your flute?" Then he took the golden flute and he played it. And he played it very well. So the man said, "Oh my, you're playing my flute so beautifully." It is 24-karat gold flute, okay? So then he said, "Let me play your flute." So he took Guruji's flute and he couldn't play it. So you know what Guruji said? "Doesn't matter, we'll exchange flutes. I'll leave my flute, I'll take yours. When you learn, we can come back." So that is the mischief that he can do. So thank you all, audience. Thank you, Hariji. Thank you. It's been a wonderful session. Thanks to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia.
Signing will happen. What I will do is, if you can, I will wait out.